The culmination of a lot of his work here over the years. This is one of his long time ago, like when 20 years ago, I think he painted this.
That's a self-portrait?
That's in our first home.
20?
Yeah, yeah. And so a lot of these, this one right here is in Spring City. It's what brought us down to San Pete. Actually, the Hogels owned this piece of land in Spring City, this home. And they commissioned Erick to paint their home, and he did a lot. He took a lot of pictures while he was there. This is one that they got one, and this was one that he painted later. So there are lots. This is also kind of a landmark in San Pete. That's that house on the right as you drive into Mount Pleasant from Fairview.
Towards Mount Pleasant.
Towards Mount Pleasant.
Halfway between.
Yeah, about halfway between. This one over here is, I'll just take you on a tour here. This is actually, he painted this about 10 years ago. This is in Fairview. On the right, as you pass the Exxon on your way out of town, through up to Indianola. It's hidden by a lot of shrubbery now. Now past Mihars. So, yeah, this is just a collection. Some are brand new, just off the easel, and others are older pieces. Yeah.
25 years probably, huh?
Yeah. He's completely self-taught. He started in oils and acrylics, moved into watercolors, and then painted your first egg tempera about 20 years ago, right?
It's like George's Forest.
This is one of his first egg temperas he ever painted.
My dad's tractor right there.
That's his dad's tractor.
And painted with his eggs.
His chicken's eggs.
Chicken's eggs, yeah.
So egg tempera is a ancient Renaissance medium used with egg yolk, distilled water, and then powdered colored pigments, and he mixes them. The boards themselves are also quite a labor of love. They're made with rabbit skin glue and marble dust and titanium oxide. And then he coats both panels with sands.
Wet sands, dry sands, yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely a labor of love for sure.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
But it's worth it because of the detail you can get in stuff. It's just such a unique medium.
The neat thing,
If you can see, it's like this one's oil, that one's like tempera. And you can just see this one feels like it's more vibrating. It's got a lot more.
It gives you can't tell on the camera, but that one has a 3D effect.
Yeah, for sure.
It really stands out. Whereas that one is kind of your typical flat.
Yeah, looser, it's more of a lighter touch.
But you also do, at the very end, you do like a varnish of an egg yolk, a thin varnish, and so, but that's what kind of gives it that luminosity, kind of that real, it just it gives it depth. It immediately just gives it depth, and what's the word we always use for this?
Well, the egg yolk acts as a prism for the powdered pigment, and so it takes light, and it's very luminescent. So they used it frequently in castles back when they didn't have light, because it really shines on its own without needing to be illuminated a lot. So,
but the egg yolk is kind of a luster.
Yeah, there's a luster and a warmth about it too.
Because it's a really cool palette. Egg tempera is a really cool palette. So once you put that egg yolk on, it kind of warms it up just to that kind of balances it out.
Yeah.
Really nicely.
The Egyptians used egg tempera, so it will outlast any oil. The difficulty with egg tempera is in the first year after it's painted, it can be very delicate. So it picks up fingerprints, and it takes about a year to harden and cure. And once it cures, it's
pretty rock solid.
It's pretty rock solid.
The thing is, you can't just dunk it in water.
It can be exposed to a ton of water.
Like an oil is just like you could just leave it in water overnight. In oil with egg tempera, it would just kind of eventually deteriorate because it's made out of water soluble eggs.
Yeah.
So what's your personal favorite?
Oh, the paintings? Oh, that's hard.
And you,
That's hard. Oh, we definitely this.
oh, no.
My wife.
Well, is it obvious because that's her?
Isn't it the
Okay.
watercolor around the corner?
Besides this one, it's probably this one right down here.
Oh, yeah.
That one right there?
This barn, and that's kind
That's
of
called Hallowed.
That's one I kind of just made up mostly in my mind, just imagination. I got the barn from an old picture, but mostly just
Imagination.
just put it all together.
Most of these come from our travels in real life, but some of these are from his imagination, and that's the way it is with this one. I'll come and show you this. This is that Fairview piece that he painted a long time ago, but this painting is one of his very favorites. He doesn't choose to keep a lot of paintings, but this is one that he has. This house is in Sugar House. He's painted it in every season and at every angle. And so, but it's a great house. It's also over here. Sorry, I know your angle isn't great. It's over here. He just happened to be there one day, and this Cadillac was parked in front of it. So it was a great.
Another time I
capture.
came, there were two Cadillacs that were different, kind of older 70s Cadillacs, and I did painting of those. It was all that paintings.
And you painted it in oil, watercolor, and egg temper, right? Yeah. So this is the Heber Creeper. That's an older piece.
That's in Sugar House, right?
Yeah. This is when in our first home. This is in the neighborhood in Sugar House where we lived for a long time.